But first, a pastor in Brighton is off the job tonight and behind bars. Thank you so much for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Police say that the pastor confessed to hiding a camera in a staff bathroom at 242 Community Church. Johnson is charged with surveilling an unclothed person, destroying evidence, and using a computer to commit a crime. He remains locked up tonight.
Well, new at 6, 7 News Detroit reporter Whitney Burney is highlighting the voices of the executive pastor and the member of the church about the disturbing allegations.
Pastor Will Johnson was a worship director here at 242 Community Church. Church leadership tells me as soon as they found out about that hidden camera, Johnson was fired. Fighting back tears.
It's been unimaginable, and my heart absolutely breaks.
Executive Pastor Eric Rauch says it's been a tough few days for his congregation at 242 Community Church. This after the now former worship director, Will Johnson, allegedly placed a hidden camera in a unisex bathroom in the church's backstage area. The bathroom not readily accessible to the public, but predominantly used by church staff and volunteers.
We dedicate our lives to impacting our communities in a positive way and caring for people, and to have someone from the inside betray that to such a degree and level is it's hard to find the words.
Police say they believe Johnson placed the camera there off and on over the course of 2 years. Rauch says after Johnson confessed, he was immediately terminated.
It is with the heaviest of hearts that we must share with you some very disturbing news.
Church leaders making the shocking announcement during service on Sunday.
My heart really dropped. I mean, you always hear about this happening to other people or other places, and I was just in shock.
Peter Sorensen has only been going to 242 for 6 months, but credits the church for his sobriety. He says he was happy to see church leadership so transparent.
It's always going to be on the back of my mind, but that's going to be for anywhere. I mean, going to school, church, the hospital, and I don't blame 242 for this. I really feel like it could have happened to anybody.
Is there anything you want community members to know or to hear from you as one of the leaders here?
We had a bad apple, and I believe God plucked them out of our midst for a reason. And it's really hard to know that that is true now about our history. But I do believe that God can redeem this, and that our community can move forward even stronger because of it.
Johnson is currently being held at the Livingston County Jail on a $250,000 bond pending his next court hearing. Reporting here in Brighton, Whitney Burney, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Whitney.
Hey guys, this is awful and disgusting, and I want the full extent of the law applied to this individual. I have said before, because you are a pastor, you are put in a position of authority and trust. The consequences need to be more severe than if it were just a regular parishioner doing the same thing. Regular person putting cameras in the bathrooms, awful, full extent of the law. But a pastor doing that in his own church, because like I said, you are abusing your trust and authority and position of power, double it. Whatever the full extent of the law is, double it. This guy belongs behind bars. But I will say this about the fake news corporate media coverage here. This is the opening segment. Did you watch the very beginning? You got the little music and the cameras panning and the intro, and they say, "Welcome to Detroit 7," or whatever they said. This is the lead story in Detroit. Are you kidding me? We're talking about Detroit here. Detroit has crime and murder and corruption, and the city is falling apart. Although, you talk to a Michigander, people in Detroit, they say, "Oh, the city's rebounding nicely." Yeah, I'm sure it is. But all the stories you could talk about in Detroit specifically, they're going to go with this suburban church pastor with a camera in the bathroom. Like, agenda much? Are they going after Christianity here? And again, this is a disgusting story, not condoning it whatsoever, but that's the lead story, a pastor with a camera in a bathroom. Seems to me like you could pick out any other story in Detroit of all places. You can find more relevant, meaningful, engaging stories. But if you had an agenda against Christianity, you would absolutely lead with this one.